Hi guys, well here at Reading, halfway, just come back from Western now, so we've done 200 miles there on one tank. It said I could do about another 12 miles, but I only put 18.5 litres in it, so it's a 21 litre tank. So I think the gauge, well, I mean I can't knock it, 202 miles, I was average on the speed limit on the way up there all the way, no traffic at all, so 202 miles on a tank with a bit left over was good. Halfway home now, done 100 miles at 96 left, but I reckon I'll get home again, so we will see. So far, yeah, very good. The missus said it's very nice in the back. I've enjoyed it, to be honest with you. Been for a little bit of rain and wind, and it's still hammering along, so GS is doing really well. After the service at Cannon's in Braintree, the guy showed me how to change the parameters on the settings, so now that I can see the general miles per gallon I'm getting, and a few other little settings which are quite handy as well, and the speedo on there and little bits and bobs, so I can play with them. Again, I've got the full baggage on the back and the wife, because I'm short I've only put it as one rider and the baggage, and that's running really well. I found with two up it was just too high for me. I was on tippy toes, didn't like that at all. So the wife's not a big girl, so obviously that works really well there. So I shall make it home and then give you a full rundown of the bike and how she ran and went from there. So catch up in a minute. Well, just got back and I bottled it. I pulled into Harlow. It said 29 miles on there. Just after that video I did in Reading, I got onto the car park, which is known as the M25. And if it's not a car park, it's a speed trap. On the gantries now, there's speed cameras, on the side there's speed cameras, and they do 40, 50, 60, 50, 40 speed limit. You don't know if you're coming or going, to be honest with you. And I'm pretty sure someone online I might have been doing a little bit on the way there actually, because you just don't know where you're going. It's not safety, it's just to get money. It's simple as that, and I knock it down. I mean, there was nothing in front of me. We were doing 70, all the cars beside me. You get coupled at brake, couple at overtake, and you know what you're doing. It's not safety at all. It really isn't, and I don't care what people like you to toss saying they're safety cameras. They're not. They're just there to nick you. Without there, with all the improvements I seem to do on these bloody British roads, and it causes more accidents, they'll argue there's more cars. I'll argue you're just fucking it up. Anyway, moving on. Thank you. Had my moan for the day. Back to the bike. Yeah, I bottled it. I got to Harlow. It said 29 miles on the clock. I live at 31 miles away from Harlow. I pulled in and put 17 litres. So I didn't need to bottle it after all. My only moan really, the gauge isn't dead on, but to be honest with you, not a lot of bikes are. Kawasaki's, they stay full for ages, to go to half and empty. You know, so still, it's there for a guide. Let's put it that way. And I'm happy with the guide. I'm happy with the bike. Lane filtering, as I said, the lane splitting, whatever to call it, a little bit tight in places. I'm used to ZZRs and race bikes, and if I'm honest with you, it's a little bit tight. I don't know if I'd have been the GSA, the adventure one, I would have got through some of the little bits I got through, but generally, yeah, I'm loving the bike. As for the service, it was, I'll say just the arse of it now. As I said, the service was £149, not 130 quid. Yes, I do servicing myself, and yes, I could have done it probably cheaper, but end of the day, it's professionals. It's a nice shop, Braintree and Cannons have got. You get a cup of tea, sit down, you can watch TV, play games, whatever you want to do, look at the clothing. It's only 10 minutes away from town, so I just had a little walk up town, had breakfast up there. I do love the dash, the way this is set out. Probably not the best to see it here, but this is what I was saying about up and down the gauges on here, this part now anyway. Not you can see it too well, so I'll forget that. The GoPro mount was alright, and I'm using it as a crash camera basically. I want to crash, but just to show evidence that maybe it wasn't my fault that if I had an accident. But wind protection, rain, it was good as gold. It's not as filthy as I thought it was. If I go locally and hit a puddle, it's filthy. I went, you know, 400-mile round trip, and it actually looks still quite clean. It's great having the expandable boxes on the back and the side. I had them both out on the way home, and I had a little bit of crap. I bought up Western, so it was just great. All round, I'm loving this bike. As I explained about the one rider and luggage, and two riders with luggage. I'm only 5'8", as I said, and I ride with one rider and luggage on the normal road setting, and that's brilliant. You know, that is brilliant for me. Still get my feet on the floor. Because my wife's not that heavy, when I put on two and jacked up, it was too high. You know, I really felt too high. Very, very comfortable. I didn't need to stop, as I said, but I did. So guys, loving the GS. check out my other videos. There's lots of them on there about the GS so far, about the exhaust and engine guards and other little bits, and even buying it. You know, I am loving this GS, so I've probably got to stop talking about it. But hey, after a month of owning it and 1,100 miles in a month, I think, you know, I'm enjoying it. Like, subscribe, guys, and check out the other ones. Thanks a lot. Bye.